Whitetail Advantage presents the Frank and Squatch Show, where the outdoors comes alive. Join Frank, the bow hunting tactician, and Squatch, the backwoods storyteller, as they dive into everything hunting. From chasing whitetails in the timber to tracking elk in the mountains, gear talk, campfire tales, and lessons learned the hard way. If it's wild, rugged, and rooted in the hunt, you'll find it here. This is the Frank and Squatch Show.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yo, what's up, brother? We are back.
Yes, we are. We're back at it again.
Back at it again. Appreciate everybody that coming on and listening to us two knuckleheads bullshit some more.
Yeah, that's a lot of BS we got today, boy. Let me tell you what. But no, you got some interesting stuff.
Yeah, you want to go over anything that you've been talking about, Bo? Well, what you've been going through?
I just got yes, I've been where I grew up. I've been putting a lot of time in over there, and got cameras set up, and I got a buck working a scrape, but he's hit and miss. I think that's what I'm going to name him. His name's going to be Hit and Miss.
Hit and miss.
Hit and miss. Yeah. So we're going to see. I gotta get some more pictures of him, maybe daylighting. But what I'm really happy about is the buck I call Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect has made his appearance again finally. He's a 4.5-year-old mainframe 8. Last year I could have killed him 3 times, but he got his rack busted up by another buck that came in, unfortunately. And yeah. I seen him 2 times at perfect bow range, and I didn't shoot him. I let him alone because I wanted him to make it to this year. I got really worried. I didn't see him until July. And the property that I hunt has now been taken over, bought. The gentleman that does it said I can still get another season out of it until he totally destroys it. Mm-hmm. And last night, 4:00 in the morning, he went by both of my cameras, and I'm like, okay. And not just 15 minutes ago, he went back past my camera, and he looked right in the camera, and I'm like, oh, man, there he is. So
yep.
I've got a history with this deer. It's kind of like a closing chapter. If I can get him here, I can walk away and just say, it was a good time spent over here. I accept it.
Yep.
I just really want him bad. And it's tough, man. They're not your deer, but you get attached to them.
No, I know, man. Especially that one. He's a beautiful deer, man. Like I said, I've got all the pictures and videos that you were sending me since last year, and I was rooting for you. I thought you were going to kill him last year.
It was close,
and,
man.
It was close, and
I had a couple close calls with him.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, at least he made it this far. Hopefully, he continues to make it until you can get on him, and we'll all be celebrating. I'll drive up there, and we'll be all standing over him and celebrating.
We're having. If I kill him, we're having a party, and I mean that, because that is, dude. I don't know what I'll do if I kill him. I'm gonna be nuts, dude. I'm telling you, I was nuts when I killed. I killed that big one up there a couple of years back.
Yeah,
I was nuts. I was just like a whirlwind of emotions. I was crying. I was happy. I was jumping up and down. And then reality set in, and I was like, that's awesome. I put my mind to it. I killed him. And, it was just phenomenal, man. I'm just happy, like I said. I'm glad he's back. I pray to God, guys, say prayers. I hope you're religious people out there. Say some prayers for the old Squatch to get this buck. I really, really, I pray for all you guys too. And just pray, let it happen, because I don't know how much more time I got back here to get on him, if I even get on him. I just hope he sticks around, and with the rut, I think he's going to come in. But I see we got some people joining us.
Mr. Gerard. What's up, Gerard?
Yes, Rack Getter. That is the man.
That's the man right there.
Our buddy Shane, our good buddy Shane, the blind hunter.
Yep.
Guys, if you haven't checked his page out, check it out, because the dude does stuff that we do, and he's blind. He
Yeah.
was splitting freaking firewood the other day, and I'm like, I hope he's not trying to top the blindness by going amputee.
Yeah,
But,
right.
I'm like, Lord God, just watch over Shane while he's splitting wood. I mean, I got all my fingers, my eyesight. I'm careful with my splitter, and I was busting on him. I was like, well, geez, you think you could be a little more quicker splitting that wood, Shane? But
Yeah, right. He's gonna come over and show you how to do it too.
you know what? I already told him. I'm coming out to his new spot that he just acquired. So,
All right.
yeah, he says that would be
Nice.
something. I said, yeah. So, well, why don't we?
No, that's cool.
Why don't we get into nitty? Enough about my bullshit. I mean, if I'm lucky, I'm lucky. If I get them, I get them. It's the way it rolls. But we should talk
Yeah.
about, I guess, your accomplishment that you got that was pretty
Yeah.
neat. It had to do with something that's like almost like a squatch.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much something like it. So, for the people who don't know, my deer season's been pretty slow over here. Not seeing too much. I mean, I'm seeing deer, but nothing too crazy. So I actually shifted focus with the New Jersey bear hunt when that started actually last Monday, and I started running some Moultrie cameras. I knew with this property, since I hunted there last year, I kind of had an idea watching them last year what they were doing. Even this year, I kind of just sat back, and even though I was deer hunting, I was still studying them when I seen them, which way they were going, which way they were coming from.
Yeah.
And I just had this feeling. It was almost like, Squatch, you've always told me when I've scouted with you, you get to a spot and the hair just stands up on you, and you just get this feeling. And I kind of knew that this one spot I had in mind, which I've seen them come for previously, and it's also a deer, a lot of deer bed in that really thick shit. And I know sometimes the bears come from there. So I was like, well, I've seen them come from here. I've always seen them because they always kind of like to walk this ridge. They always circle and they drop down. It's kind of like a little bowl, and then they'll swing back up.
Yep.
And I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna get in there early. Me and my wife and my son, we set up like a nice bait site, like I think it was probably a week before.
Yeah.
And we got all that set up, and I mean instantly, because before I even set up that bait site, I actually was getting one nice bear consistently from 7:30 to 9:30, anywhere in between there, he would show up. So I was like, all right, we're gonna put the bait site here, keep an eye on them, and once I went in there. I set my saddle up a couple days before then.
Yep.
Picked a nice tree. Well, actually, the tree I wanted to go on, there was just too much shit in the way.
Right.
So from where I thought he was coming, so I was like, all right, let me move it. Took it down, moved it. Really like this spot. So as most of the Jersey hunters know, Monday was absolutely shit weather. Absolutely crappy weather in the morning. I woke up, I looked outside, and I was like, ugh. I mean, it's coming down, but it's not really. Do I want to chance it? Do I not? I was like, you know what?
It was miserable.
I was like, I'm just going to sit back and, give it like another half hour.
Right.
So I went, I kind of got some stuff together, looked outside. It was still the same way. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to bother. I told my wife, I was like, listen, like, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up and I'll hunt the afternoon.
Yep.
So I got up.
Yeah.
Got dressed, went to the one spot, drove my 4-wheeler up in there. And I remember I was like, all right, today could be the day. Put on all my rain gear, got up there nice and early and just waited. And I remember I was texting you, Squatch, and you were like, dude, are you out? I'm like, unfortunately, it's miserable out here. You're like, oh man, like I really hope you get one. I remember you were just like, dude, I got the feeling. I'm praying for you. Like,
Yep.
it's probably going to happen today. And I was like, all right, well, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yep.
And I remember I'm still sitting there texting you every couple minutes. I'll check my phone.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
right at the spot where I know that the deer bed, where
Yep.
I've seen them, I didn't really expect the bears to come out of there, but I knew it was possible.
Right.
And wouldn't you know it, I happened to just look around the tree.
Yeah.
And there's, a nice sow standing there 25 yards.
Yep.
Totally snuck up on me. So now I'm like, oh man. So now I'm trying to not to move too much, but I'm trying to turn on the camera. I'm trying to make sure like I got the right yardage.
Right.
I was like, all right, here we go. Like it's going to happen. And I'm waiting for her to turn broadside. And she turns and she walks straight to me.
Yeah.
I was like,
yep.
Okay. So I got one of the single pin adjustables. So I was like, you know what? Let me move it down to 20 just in case she comes like 10 yards. So I slid it down and I'm sitting there waiting. And I drew back on her once. And I had like, all I could see, there was like a few limbs and stuff. I was like, I don't want to chance it. Mm-hmm. So I actually released. She walked past me, then actually she turned and she started going back to where she came from. So now she's like 26 yards. So now I move my adjustable pin again. Yep. And I'm like, all right, just wait, just wait for her to get out in the open. I remember I came to full draw. I'm waiting. And now she's quartering away from me. Mm-hmm. And I remember, I think I was aiming low, but I didn't aim low enough. Well, I didn't expect what was about to happen. Let's put it that way.
Right.
So I remember I was like, all right, I just kept telling myself like center, center.
Yeah. Yep.
And, once she gave me a shot, I touched off. And Squatch, you've seen the video, man. I mean,
I did. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that a bear would duck my arrow.
So let's just pause right there at that point, because I want to bring something up to everybody's attention, and I want your guys' opinion. Maybe you've had this happen, like Frank had it happen, and I've had it happen.
Yep.
The glow knock on the arrow, because it was a cloudy, overcast day. We think that bear, in its peripheral vision, or the way it could see, didn't hear that bow go. His bow was quiet.
Yep.
But that arrow, as it gets closer, we're watching it come right down the screen like my finger's going. As that arrow got real close to that bear, it saw something and it squatted. It ducked the arrow.
Yep.
And I don't know how many times I even brought it up on my laptop, so it was a bigger screen so I could see it, not just watching it on the phone screen. I'm like, that bear just ducked his arrow, and it's way after the shot is released. And I'm like, I think it saw the glow knock. If you guys have had that happen, I mean, jump in on the comments. Let us know, because, dude, I'm telling you, that bear saw that knock.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that bear saw that knock.
Yeah, I mean, what do we think? It dropped like what, at least 6 inches, we were saying?
6, if not 8, because I looked at its shoulder blade. It came down at least another quarter of a bear's drop width. So, I mean, my hand, 6 inches wide, 7. I'd say 6, 7 inches wide. That bear ducked that arrow.
Yep.
And you caught it high a little bit, and I'll continue on. I just wanted to put it out there, let people know, maybe it's something to watch out for with that glow knock. I use them. I love them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love them too. Like,
but I think that bear just saw that and flinched, man.
Yep, I couldn't believe it, because I actually didn't see the bear flinch until I went back and looked at the video, And then
Yeah.
I remember I texted you. I'm like, I
Yep.
think it ducked it. And you're like,
Yep.
well, send me the video. And I'm like sitting there
Mhm.
trying to like shrink it down. And yeah, I mean, low I ended up hitting it high. We
Yeah.
watched the arrow stick get stuck in it. Another thing we noticed, I didn't get good penetration again,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that, you know, was very concerning for me.
Yep.
But
Yep.
yeah, we got a message over here from
Yep.
Mr. Dave Urban Pursuit over there. What's going on, Dave?
I think I've heard of him maybe once or twice, this Urban Pursuit fella.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, I
I
think he
had
hangs out
to.
with these two guys, a Chris, and I think the other dude's name is Rob.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, it
wasn't
rings a
he?
bell.
Wasn't he that drink guy?
Yeah, I think he
Something
did.
like that. It was like Captain Morgan or something, right?
No, no, it was like Captain
No,
Pursuit Morgan or
something like that.
something like that.
Uh,
One of them.
yeah, one of those two. But yeah, man. I mean, that was concerning. You know, not getting no penetration again.
So what's he saying? Was it actively raining?
Yes. Yep. It
I
was.
think he
It
means
was.
veins. A vein spiraling through the rain may make a faint noise, but the deer bear probably wouldn't hear it. And the light knock as well. It could be.
Could
Yeah,
be.
Dave,
Yep.
it's very possible.
Yep.
I
It's
mean,
possible. Anything's
it,
possible at this point.
anything, whatever it was, it made that bear flinch. But usually,
Yep.
I've seen deer drop a whole half a body length
Yep.
in reaction to sound of the actual arrow being released, fired from the bow.
Yeah, but you didn't hear a thing when we were.
Your bow is dead quiet, and I'm telling you, I'm saying probably in elapsed time it was like 2.5, 3 seconds. The arrow's already in the frame, almost touching the bear. That's when the bear
Yep.
ducks. It wasn't from the
Yeah. No.
release. It's not like the bear ducked and the arrow went. No, it's not how it was.
No. The
You know,
arrow was almost there already.
interesting factor in something to keep in mind. Especially if the animal's close. Remember, aim at that pocket, aim at that low pocket where the heart is in that armpit
Yep.
part of the deer. Worst case scenario, you punch him through the heart. If something else happens, you got him through the lungs.
That's it.
Anticipate the reaction of the deer. Our bows are so fast. I mean, it fathoms me that something could even react in that much
I
time.
know.
But even if we're not paying attention to something and something's coming at our eye like a bug or
Mm-hmm.
something, a chip of wood, or we react and we're not even ready for it. So it goes for the same with animals. I think it happens to everything. But continue on. Tell us
Yeah.
what took place with that bear after this happened.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about the whole like penetration thing because we saw it didn't get good penetration again.
Right.
And I'm shooting a heavy arrow, which me and you talked about. Watch. I mean, I'm like at 520.
I built those arrows, Frank. I built them to shoot through freaking concrete walls if you had to.
Yeah. And like I've shot them at home through, through a lot of stuff. And
you have.
I wanted to pick your brain on here real quick. I know I really didn't mention anything, but do you think, because I was using the Sever 2.0 hybrids with the bleeder blades.
Yep.
I remember the same thing happened to me when I shot that buck last year. I shot it with the bleeder blades. It was the hybrid at the time. I think it was the 1.5s I shot it with because the 2.0s weren't out yet.
They weren't out
so
yet.
I wonder if the bleeder blades have anything to do with it. I don't think so, but I'm just kind of like shooting in the dark.
I'm just trying to be okay. You're with Sever, obviously. You support Sever. I'm with Rec. Okay.
Yeah.
Both. Look, they all have their place and time and purpose for what they're
of course
doing. Bears are so dense, and I'm not saying stupid. I'm talking about how thick they are. Okay. So the more contact area you are using to cut an animal. Now, I'm not sure I'm familiar with the sever. When they open, do they just like slide back and deploy backwards, or do they have to fold over?
Yeah, no. So basically, when they hit, they already like deploy.
So
So
they
what
slide
happened?
slide back and out, kind of.
Yeah, yep,
Okay.
yep. They're
Okay.
rear deploy.
All right. So you got to remember, I don't care I don't care if it's beast. I don't care if it's wreck. I don't care if it's sever, whatever. The rages. I don't care. When you rob kinetic energy out of something,
Mm-hmm.
that's what happens. And you know, it's gonna when you hit a very, very large animal that has a very super thick, hairy hide. Our
Yep.
buddy Dave, PSE Mobile Hunter, that's on with us. He made a good point, and he's like, I don't use mechanicals on bears. Their hide
Mm-hmm.
is thick. They're usually muddy and dirty. It's a lot of material to put a broadhead through, even a fixed blade broadhead.
Yep.
I think you had the right intention. You said I'm going to switch to the 2.0. I want that bigger cut in diameter. And being that those heads have a bleeder blade on the front of them is fantastic. I mean, it's better than just having a blunt chisel tip or something on there. You've actually have some razor blade cutting upon entry into that animal. Where it starts to slow down, and you can get a gelatin block and discover all this yourself. Being I reload, I've been around ballistics and seeing what my bullets do by feet per second. You lose kinetic energy in thick, dense animals.
Yeah.
Okay. When you rely on something mechanical to start cutting and opening, even though they do rear deploy, which is a lot better than the way they used to have to fold around, you're
Mm-hmm.
still robbing kinetic energy. And yes, you do have a heavy arrow, but it's kind of like walking on 3/8 plywood, if you've ever done this, and be on like 2 feet on center versus 16 on center.
Mm.
So what I'm trying to say is when you have that wider cutting diameter, you're slowing that arrow down. It's having more surface area to rob the kinetic energy. And it's no different than you standing on a 16 on center. You're not going to fall through that plywood, but if you span it out to 2 feet, you're going to blow right through it. And that's what I'm
Yep.
saying. The distances that you have is what is going to be the problem. Bleeder blades are great. I think that mechanical, that combination on whitetail deer, being their thinner skinned animal, they're great. But the problem with
Yep.
bears are the hide moves like your shirt. So if I
Mm-hmm.
punch a hole here and I'm running, that hide is doing this with that bear. And
Yeah.
now it's covering up that hole. And now you got a problem
Yep.
because now the bear's not bleeding out. But
Yep.
like I said, it's nothing against any these guys that manufacture broadheads. I don't know, they must go crazy with all the answers and have to think. It's nothing against anybody's design of their broadheads. I won't say something bad. I haven't shot sever. I don't know how they are. I've watched you guys
Yep.
use them. You have pretty good success with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep. I've always had good luck with
I
them.
I am just listen. I was born in 1975. I came up in the 80s with the biggest, nastiest, ugliest broadheads you could imagine, flinging stuff at deer. And man, if you can get penetration, a good, sharp razor head, and you can cut tendons, arteries, and vitals when you go through, you will have a dead deer laying there. And I like something that cuts from start to finish.
Yep.
I don't want to jump the gun and ruin the story, but later on, there's a different part of that
Mm-hmm.
story that you're going to tell of what you
Yep.
did find with the mechanical, in which they're known very well for. But I mean, I'm trying to put it in the nicest way I can. I would just not, and like I said again, it's not against anybody that manufactures these, puts the
No, of
time
course
in and
not.
design them. I think they have their place. bear hunting, I'm just gonna have to say no, man.
Yep. I mean,
I
I'll
I,
be
I
honest with
watched
you.
I've watched the penetration, and it's very sketchy,
Yep. No,
sketchy.
I honestly like. I tend to learn things the hard way sometimes.
We all
So,
do.
I
We
mean,
all do.
again, I love them. I'll always use them for deer. Um, I don't think if there is a bear hunt next year, they will be
Yeah.
my top choice. I think, be honest with you, after seeing what I saw, I will find a fixed head option
Mhm.
to go with them. But anyway,
Yeah.
like back to the story.
Yeah.
Um, so I ended up shooting that bear. We saw the penetration. We watched the bear run out of frame. The arrow still bouncing around in it. I mean, the shot placement was right on the money. It was
Yeah.
just high because that bear ducked so much.
Yep.
Um,
Unfortunately, yeah.
unfortunately, so I actually called you and I was like, "Listen, like, what do you think I should do? Do you even think it's worth me going to look in a couple hours? Should I just let it lay?" And you were like,
Mhm.
"Frank, whatever you do not go look for that bear tonight.
Nope.
Promise me you will not go look for that bear. Go home, be with your family, go
Yep.
back in the morning, when you can see and see what you find, whether it's blood, the arrow, whatever, and
Yeah.
just go nice and slow."
Yeah. Yep.
So that's pretty much what I did. I was like, "Yep, nope, I agree. Like,
Yep.
I'm not doing it." So I ended up going home, got up the next morning. I didn't hunt, woke up, said, "All
Yep.
right, let's go out. Let's go look for the spare." It actually rained all night.
Yeah, it did.
So we didn't find no blood, no arrow. We looked for that bear for probably about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
No blood, no arrow, no nothing. So I said, "All right, well,
Yep.
you know, that's pretty much that. Hopefully she made it. We'll see what
Right.
happens."
Right.
Make a long story short, she ended up showing back up on my camera.
Yep.
She looks healthy. She's got a scar on her back, but I mean, I've gotten multiple pictures of her on multiple
Yep.
days, so she's going to be fine.
That's
Hopefully I didn't piss her off too much.
nah.
you know,
I mean, you got to realize. I mean, they don't understand what goes on. They just know something. Maybe they got stung by bees. They might have thought it was a bee sting, or
yep,
animals don't. They don't know how to relate. They just know pain came from there. I got to be
yep,
careful sometimes. Deer are a little bit more weary.
hmm
I've hit a deer and then not see it come back for a long time, and then it'll come back finally, and it's like, boy, they really got
yeah,
juked by that. But you know, and we got to back up for a second because this is kind of comical. When you were like, "Well, what should I do?" I'm like, "Do not." I repeat, do not go out after that bear in the
yep,
dark. For one, by yourself, or maybe with somebody else. For one, they're black; they're hard to see. If a
yep,
bear that's wounded that had other bears around, they are already agitated.
hmm
The reason why I tell Frank this is because I called Frank the day before and I'm like, hey, I was watching Hunting Beast with Dan Infalt, and he went on
yep,
a bear hunt with a guide, and the guide shot a bear 3 feet away from him in the head with a 12 gauge shotgun because Dan Infalt couldn't shoot him with the bow, and the bear just like locked eyes with him and came in charging. And I'm like, that's the real deal. So
yep,
watch that. You really should watch that since you're out bear hunting. And he's like, oh, I will. And he's like, holy, you know, and to those guys who are hunting beasts, not that you probably watch us or give a crap about us, but if
yep.
you do catch us talking about it, that was an awesome show you guys had
It
and
was
really
absolutely.
shed some light on I know bears are dangerous. I mean, I've had them chomp teeth at me up in the mountains, up in the Catskills, and think I was going to die holding a recurve. But went the other way. I know they're tough. I know that when I shot mine, it came rolling down the hill and died right next to me at about 10 feet. And I was scared. I got to say, I was concerned.
Yeah.
I was concerned.
Especially that close on the floor.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
So
At least I was in the tree.
yeah, that's why I told him. I was like, dude, just don't mess around with a wounded bear. Let her lay. If she's gonna, die that night, she's gonna die, and you'll find her in the morning.
Yeah.
So that was my reasoning. So just always err on the side of caution. Be careful. It's a wild animal. It may not be a huge bear, but a freaking cub will flip you upside down and turn you inside out. They have strength. They're just naturally strong. So
Yep.
always be careful when pursuing bear. So let's take it from what happened. So now you called me. This season, Squatch is really starting to aggravate me. Nothing's going right. I've had some problems here, problems there.
Yeah.
Now you're doubting your equipment.
Yep.
Your equipment. You said, I don't know what I should do. I said, well, think it over. Pull yourself together and let's, get yourself back out and see what happens. And then, I think you should tell your story of what happened after that now.
Yeah. So after that, after not finding her,
Yep.
I went out the next 2 days. Really didn't see much. Just a bunch of deer.
Yep.
But I knew the spot was promising. I knew that those bears were going to show up again. So I got up. I went out Thursday morning, sprayed a whole bunch. I mean, a whole bunch of the Rat Getter Oreo cookie spray.
Oh,
phenomenal stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was spraying it all week long in there. I wasted the whole bottle. I sprayed so much that I was 17 feet up in the tree and I could smell it like I was sitting on the floor.
I mean, literally, you were sending me selfies holding a glass of milk and spraying that stuff around.
Literally, I was like, look, and I'm just wearing it like cologne.
Yeah, I mean, you were just putting it on like deodorant. I saw you.
Yep, pretty much. So it started breaking daylight. I'm looking, I'm just looking around. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. And about 150 yards away in one of my other spots that I have, all of a sudden I see something black walking across the top ridge, and I'm like, oh, there's a bear. I'm like, so I get my binoculars out. I look. I'm like, it's a good bear. So I'm like, I hope it comes this way. I hope it turns and comes this way. So the bear actually circled actually to my right, and it was coming. It was almost, and I'm watching it. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. Then it'll turn. It'll go back, and I'm like, oh my god, you're killing me. So as I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, man, I wish this bear would just close the distance already. It comes to my weak side.
Yeah.
I got the bear 25 yards, and I'm trying to make the decision. Do I try to move?
Yeah, this is always a tough one.
Yep, to try to shoot this bear, or do I wait it out because I have a feeling the bear is going to pass me and come to my strong side? I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to chance it. I'm going to stay put. So I let the bear walk by me, and I'm waiting for it to get on my strong side. So now I'm waiting on the other side of the tree, and I'm waiting.
Yep.
And I don't see the bear no more. I'm like,
jeez,
where the hell did he go?
Right.
So I peek around the tree again, and I see the bear walking away from me, going back the same way that it came. I'm like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me.
Yep.
And I remember my wife she was with my son at the bus stop, so she called me. I put my earpiece in. I'm like, can you believe this? I had the bear at 25 yards. I should have just tried to move and try to shoot it.
Yep.
I was like, I hope he comes back. She's like, well, it's still early. She's like, just relax. You still got time. I'm like, all right.
Right.
So
easy for them to say.
Yeah, I know.
Easy for her to say. Really? Just relax. You can't relax when you got a bear coming in.
Really? So I hung up the bow, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I'm like, I can't believe this. So I'm watching the bear going back and forth. The wind shifted.
Yep.
And now the wind, where the bear is, the wind's right in the bear's face.
Yeah.
That bear put his nose up,
Yep.
and I'm watching him. He's sniffing, and he's zigzagging, but he's coming right for me. As soon as he got a whiff of that rat getter Oreo cookie, I mean, he was beelining it for me. He was just, I think he was losing it, so he'd pick up the scent, then he would lose it, pick up the scent and losing it, because he was literally zigzagging back and forth.
Yep.
And I'm like, oh my God, like he's like, it's gonna happen. He's coming, he's coming right for me.
Yeah.
Make a long story short, the bear comes I get him that 15 yards away. He's kind of quartering to me a little bit, but he's almost broadside. And I'm like, you know what? He's out in the open. I got a perfect shot. I'm gonna aim. I just kept telling myself, aim low after what happened. Aim low after what happened. Especially he's that close anyway. And I just touched it off and real quick. So I actually downsized my sever to the 1.75 to try to get more penetration, was my thinking.
Yep.
It did work. I don't know if it was because how close he was.
Yeah.
But I mean, we seen that arrow hit him.
Yeah.
And I mean, the shot looked money. But yet again, Squatch, I sent you the video and I was like, here we go again. The bear's running away with my arrow. What do you think of the penetration? I know the shot looked money, but after what just happened, I'm second guessing myself.
Yeah. So, it's like you always want to have the happiest answer to your pally who's out hunting. And I'm like, are you replaying the effing video from yesterday, Frank? Because or the other day, what the hell happened again? And you're like, I don't know, man. I said, well, that's a different bear. You're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, geez. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's I gotta watch it. So I watch, and this guy's, he's out in the woods and he's like, I feel like I'm the Wizard of Oz. Like he's looking to me for the snow globe to shake and
pretty
give me
much
the answers, and I'm going, Frank, give me a minute. I got to watch this video some more. So I'm watching it and I'm like, all right. So we send it around to the guys in our group chat.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks, you might have got lung. Hopefully you got him, this and that. And I'm like, I'm looking at it again. I'm like, look, man, you got more penetration with that setup than the other day. At best, you killed him by a lung. I'm hoping and praying this works. I was like, go eat some breakfast, go calm down, and be careful walking out. It's a lot better scenario than the other day. The bear did not duck the arrow also, which was a plus.
Yep.
So, I was like, I'm just saying to myself, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, these mechanicals, man. I'm like, I'm not sold, I'm just not sold. Like I said, might just be the wrong application, with the bear. I mean, there might be people out there who killed 50 bear with them. I don't know. But to me, no. So, you were like, all right, I'm going to go chill out for a little bit, and then we're going to come back out and look. So.
Yep. And that's pretty much what I did. I called our buddy Mr. Mike Nitre over at Boondocks Hunting, and he's like, send me the video. So I sent it to him. He was like, bro, you got him. I'm on my way. And I was like, well, I didn't even get out of the tree yet. He was like, I'm coming. I was like, all right. So as I'm sitting there, I hear noise behind me. I just lower my bow.
Yep.
And I turn around, and it's my buddy's dog, Ranger, who absolutely loves me and can find me no matter where I go. And he actually hold on, wait. We gotta.
What the hell is he? He's on Tippy Cow.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I know I'm off topic, but I am curious. Would you shoot a 180-inch 3-year-old buck or an
or
80-inch 10-year-old buck.
20-year-old buck.
Either one of them. I don't care.
Yeah,
But definitely the
me neither.
180-inch 3-year-old would be my first go-to.
Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah.
Michael Brett.
If they're standing
That's a Mike Brett question.
if they're standing side by side, I'm definitely shooting the 180.
I don't care. They all taste pretty well. 10-year-old buck's going to be tough, but oh my gosh. Okay.
But anyway, back
We
to the story.
apologize. We
Yeah,
apologize.
sorry.
That's one of the leaders from the other show.
Yeah, and
called
always interrupting our show.
Whitetail Advantage. His name is Brett. You
Yep.
guys can check him out whenever you'd like. And whatnot.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
But anyway, so what was I saying? Yeah, so my buddy's dog, he finds me.
Yeah.
So I get down, I call my friend. I was like, hey, like I'm gonna come down with the 4-wheeler, come get you, and we'll start tracking the bear.
Yep.
He's like, okay. So as I get to the quad, and we have like a nice quad path that takes us, through the property, down like behind his house and all that good stuff. So as I'm coming down this one hill, the dog starts going crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm calling the dog back, and usually the dog listens to me, and the dog doesn't leave my side.
Right.
Once I passed the dog, and the dog didn't break, and I could still hear the dog barking, I'm like, it dawned on me, I'm like, he's got him.
Yep.
And then I started thinking, God, I hope he's dead. So I jump, I get off the 4-wheeler, I grab my bow, I knock an arrow, I walk up the path, and there's literally like a little thicket,
right,
like 3 feet off the quad trail, and I could just see the bear. The bear's facing me. I could see his head on the ground, and he's not moving, and the dog's going nuts.
Right.
I'm like, no freaking way that's my bear. Like, not only did he run towards the house, he's 3 feet off the 4-wheeler path. Like, this is awesome. So I was like, all right. So like I made sure he was dead. I get the dog. I was like, all right, like let's go pick up, one of my good buddies. So I pick him up. I'm like, hey, like we already found the bear. I call Mr. Mike Nitre. I'm like, hey, like where are you at? Because we already found the bear. The bear's like 3 feet off the quad trail. He's like, I'm like 2 minutes away. Wait for me. I'm like, all right. So he comes, and then we go. We find the bear, and we're all celebrating. The shot was right where we thought it was.
Right.
Still it didn't pass all the way through, obviously, but at least we got him.
No,
easiest track job I've ever had, though.
Did you get both lungs, or did it just get the one lung?
So I got one lung and then the liver.
And that's
just like we said. He ran probably about 150 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, bears, I mean, I don't want to sound like a professional because I'm the furthest thing from it. I'm just saying by the mass, the body weight, the way they're built, they're not a whitetail. You hit a whitetail one lung, good luck, man.
Yep. But you kept telling me, you said even if you get one lung,
you got
those bears are so heavy.
They're heavy.
His lungs are going to collapse. You got him.
You got to remember too, a bear is sloped forward. Their rear is higher.
Yep.
Just the I would say the chest cavity pressure. Once you puncture it, the weight of the bear squeezes in on the lung because you punctured the diaphragm.
Yep.
And the way they're designed makes them want to keep like bulldoze and face plant. It folds them up.
Yep.
Deer, not so much. They're a whole different character.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
But yeah, so we've all congratulated you, I'm sure, but we'll congratulate you again. It's
an
awesome accomplishment. Very glad that it was, successful the second time around. It's even better. You saw the bear that you hit. It's still alive. It's probably a little itchy and scratchy from the wound, but you know, she'll make it. Bears are tough, guys. Come on, you know.
Yep.
Um, you know, cool. So now bear season's done in
Yep. It's
Jersey.
over for me. Yep.
Yep.
But
Over
I did
done.
get I did get a cool patch though. Finally.
That is cool. That is cool. Um, you know, and you know what's nice is you're using quality. I mean, you shoot a Matthews. It's a top of the line bow. It's a great bow. I mean, you got your haters out there. Whatever, say what you want. I don't care. I shoot a Matthews. Shot them for years. Good bows.
Yep.
You're shooting a really reputable name broadhead. You're shooting one of the best arrow companies there is out there, Warhead,
Yep.
and you're using phenomenal scent to use in the woods. I mean, when you talk about the blends that you're using, I mean, we had Urban Pursuit Dave say, hey, the apple pie cover scent is
Yeah.
awesome.
I've used it.
The Oreo cookie's awesome. I can
Yep.
I honestly tell you guys, everything I have gotten from Gerard, the man does his homework. I'm not just saying that. If it
Yep.
was junk, I would call it junk. It's very high quality stuff. Please
Man.
check him out and you know, tell him we sent you because we like to help people that work with us and I'm telling you, when I saw that buck come off that doe last year, run into me, I looked at that bottle, I was like, well, that stuff's pretty damn good. I think I'm going to stick with that for the next couple of years now.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I use it too. It's awesome.
yeah, you guys told
Awesome
me
stuff.
about it. So,
Yep.
but good stuff. And you know, when all the plan comes together, you know, you're using good quality stuff. You're using your best mental ability to make the best shot, and you're using quality stuff all around you. You're going to have success eventually. Things happen, but it helps to surround yourself with quality products, as
Yep.
always. So now what did you do with the bear? I didn't hear the rest of it.
Yeah. So once we checked them in, actually I took my wife and my son. After we took all our pictures and everything, I checked them in.
Yeah.
It weighed 180.
Yep.
You know, so that was
Two
that
and a
was the
half year
gross
old bear.
weight.
Did they give you an age? Not by the tooth
They
yet?
they did. Yeah, no, they didn't give me an age. They did take a tooth sample, but they didn't give me an age yet.
Yeah.
But she, it was a female. I should add to that. So,
Okay.
it was a nice bear.
Yeah,
I was happy. It was my first archery bear,
yeah.
so I was very happy with it.
The one I
And
shot was also 180 a couple of years back. It was a
mhm,
male. They aged him at 2.5. Average Catskill size bear, you know. So I'm good with it. You know, I'll tell you, it was a good. I don't know. I know they get more garbages and stuff down by you, but that bear I
yep,
shot was on the mountain. That was a good eating bear.
mhm, yep.
The meat was phenomenal. And, you know, now you took it to a processor.
No, so what I did was so my taxidermist Mark over at Buckshot Taxidermy here in
Yeah.
Sussex County,
Yep.
he so he took it for me and he's gonna do a nice little bear mount for me. Actually, I'm getting a half mount with it, so I got like, its paws up in the air, its mouth open. I wanted it to look mean,
Yeah.
more not like, well, for me and my son, because my son
Yep.
wanted a mean looking bear too. But
Okay.
since I dropped it off, and he does this with a lot of people. If you're going to get it mounted,
Yeah.
he'll process it for you.
Really?
So he'll skin it, he'll chop it up for you.
Wow.
So he's just like, leave the bear with me.
Good.
He actually called me today. I couldn't make it there today, but I made arrangements to pick the bear meat up tomorrow.
Whoa, already? Wow.
Yeah. He already chopped it. Actually, before I even left, I helped him put it on the table. He already started skinning the bear out,
Good. Good.
and the bear meat's ready. I'm gonna actually start making jerky this year.
Good.
It'll be my first time actually doing, like, especially like a bear jerky.
I got plenty of recipes, and I'll tell you how to do it, man.
Okay, I'll be hitting you up. And if you want any bear meat, you just let me know. I got plenty.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna eat it all, but yeah. I'm stoked. You know, we got plenty of meat. I'm gonna go pick it up tomorrow, and now I'm like trying to get focused back on deer season and you know trying to get on some good ones. So I'm just waiting for them to show up.
Yeah, we got that magic about starting to happen, and it's I don't know. I every year you get it's like I'm a kid and I'm not, and I get my heart set on something, and it's like I tell myself don't do it, you know. But these cameras, I hate these cameras. I hate them.
Oh, I know. Sometimes they're good, but sometimes they're your worst enemy.
And if Moultrie's listening, hey, Moultrie cameras, can you design something in the cameras so you don't have a picture with a deer's head cut off with his head down, or he's standing behind a tree and his ass is hanging out? Can you make it to where that camera has an eye to realize that the thing isn't in the center of the frame? You guys are killing me.
Trigger speed.
It's the trigger speed's there, but it should realize that something is in the center. Or, I don't know how many videos I gotta waste sometimes to see what was actually there. And tonight's a freaking perfect example. I got a deer coming through the hole in the wall, and I see its back, its ass, and great. Is it my buck or is it the doe? I'd like to know what the hell it is. So then I got to request a picture and everything else. So.
Yeah, and hope that it's not at the corner of the frame. Because if it's at the corner of the frame, all you see is the ass or the body. And then
all those professor guys and those scientists and the engineers there, listen to the old Squatch. Come up with some new technology, man. Come on, get the cameras working a little better. They work great. I can't say too much bad about them. I do have a problem with the one Moultrie Edge. I just put batteries in it again.
Did you? Yeah. You know that I was having trouble with mine. And it's killing me. I went through so many batteries with that thing already, and I'm using 16 batteries. I'm going through every single battery company out there to try to find what works best.
It's something that they came out with their. I really think they got to come up and have like a reflash or, like a bug fix for it, like that you can download. It's something with the cameras that you can request the picture on right away. That's the ones I'm having a problem with. That newer Edge 2 that you can on demand. The on demand is that thing is eating batteries like I don't know why. And they told me it's signal. Well, I moved the camera. I got great signal now. It says great signal.
Yeah.
It's it's been out. I literally put batteries in it yesterday. It took about 5-6 pictures, and I'm already down to 97%. And I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yep. I was getting like a week. Like, I was getting like a week out of mine. I'm like, dude, I was like, and then I even switched it because I had it overlooking bait. And then you brought up a good point. You're like, well, why don't you change the setting instead of immediate? Change it to like every 3 hours or 6 hours, whatever. Yes. So I put it to every 3. And it still was eating the batteries just as quick.
Right. I mean, like I said, I've been using them for close to 2 years now. I love the older stuff, the regular Edges. Man, they're bulletproof. You can't hurt them. Really good quality pictures. I've got them set up on the solar panels.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I don't lose no battery power. They work great. It's just this new, I don't know what they did. Sometimes places like try to do too much and it ruins something.
Just leave it alone.
I can't. Listen, out of all the cameras I've used, by far the easiest to set up, very reliable, waterproof, insect proof. The quality of the video, 120 pixels. I mean, it's good stuff. And for what they cost, they're not bad at all. I don't have a problem with it, And Dave says he might only run the original.
Yep.
Only run the original
for you.
8 or 9 of them, and now have one backup. Yeah, Dave, they're
Yeah.
great, and I don't go crazy with batteries. I buy AC Delco batteries off of Amazon. I get a 100 pack for like $25.
Yeah.
I'll get, oh, geez, man. When did you and I put those cameras up on your property? That was
That
July?
July.
July?
Yeah, have to be around July.
So the one I took off of there, I put over by the lake.
Yep.
I think all the pictures it took at your place plus what it's taken at mine, I'm still at like 92%.
Yeah, see?
There's
And that's
nothing
how
wrong
it
with that camera.
no, that's how it should be.
Yeah. That camera's been working great, and all the other ones have. But like I said, maybe it's just something they got to reflash. They'll get it straightened out. I think we'll
Yeah,
have an answer
I
soon.
know. I know they will.
Yeah, I do like them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, me too.
Moultrie has been a great camera. They when we got on the field staff, they threw us 2 cameras, 2 battery packs, which was very nice. Did you get the T-shirt and the hat they sent out?
Yeah, I did. Did you?
I just got mine the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I got it. Yeah, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, it's good stuff. It's just,
Yeah.
I was struggling. I was like, not again. I got to go change batteries again. Like that's the more frustrating part because like you're trying to stay out of a certain area. You want to see what's there, but you constantly have to go back to change the batteries.
Why not just put an SD card in it?
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, and I was telling you, I'm like, I'm gonna spook this buck out of here because like now I'm getting frustrated. So I'm like, I'm trying to remember and be like conscious about my scent and this and that, but sometimes I get in my feelings and I'm, now I'm like, oh, now I gotta go change this thing, and then I'm like, I'm in my freaking work boots or something. I'm going in. I'm like, oh man, I forgot to change my boots. Like
same way.
But yeah, it's all right though.
Yeah, man. No, absolutely. So that was cool, man. You got a bear in the freezer now, and now you can start concentrating on your deer hunting. And
yep.
Before
I'm hoping to get up there with you.
Oh yeah.
Sooner or later, either for a bow hunt or to come up, and do a rifle hunt with you in New York.
Yep. We got spots, man.
Yep, and I'm trying to just get everything situated here in Jersey, waiting for these bucks to start chasing does or something, so I can start getting them on camera. Because all the good ones I had, they all disappeared, and it's been like weeks and weeks and weeks.
It's been such a I've been trying, to reiterate. I like where I grew up. I'm hunting over there, and we got hit really hard with EHD in 2020 over there. I lost probably 3/4, maybe more than almost all the herd I lost over there. There was a lot of deer dead. Yep. So I didn't hunt it. I let it be. I let it come back. Seen some decent deer over there within the last 2 years, really, really good bucks. I hung cameras in there, and man, I'm telling you, you've seen some of the pictures.
Yeah.
There's good genes in there. There's good bucks in there. Hunting season started, and there's not a lot of pressure over there where I am. And things changed. And I said, okay, well, the food source, maybe stuff going on, maybe a couple people here and there coming in. It'll get better. So I go in, spend time. Nah. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? The camera's just like, I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yep.
So, I'm hunting the saddle set up in there next to one of my permanent stands. And I'm like, I'm going to have to make a move because I don't think they're here. I come in on the e-bike. I ride down the trail, and there's a scrape, fresh. And I can see the fresh urine in it. And it was after that first cold snap we got, and I think it was a full moon. So he hit that right in that full moon. And I instantly got on. I'm like, dude, look. And you're like, oh, yeah, you got to get on him. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
So I find 2 more scrapes heading in the direction that my camera set up that I think he's going to and fro. And I'm like, okay, I got the perfect setup. I, put my set in. I hunted the first day, nothing. I'm like, okay, no big deal. Second day, I see a doe and 2 yearlings come in. They come in about halfway, turn around, and go back out. And they weren't spooked, nothing. They were just feeding around. I'm like, okay. go back, got in there in the afternoon. I had like 2 doe come in at last light. And then one was over by my camera that I had set up by that scrape because I put a camera over that scrape. That was the one that was on your other property.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm getting action in here. I watched, checking, the camera's getting like maybe a squirrel went by and I can see that scrape. It's full of leaves. I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? Why are you not kicking your scrape open? And we got rain. And I'm like, okay, that was a big storm. That's like when you shot the first bear. And I'm going, okay, that camera's going to go haywire in a little bit. As soon as it gets dark, that buck's going to kick that scrape. Nope. So I'm like, well, what the hell? I'm not scared. I'm riding an e-bike in. I'm not even walking in where that place is. It's not like he's smelling me. I didn't do anything. I mean, as far as I know, I didn't bump the deer. It's not like, I'm a sloppy hunter. I mean, I spray down. I try to do everything, scent free, very quiet, red lamp on my head if I even use it.
Yep.
So, of course, the frustrations of deer season are going tick tock in my head. And I'm like, I don't know what I should do. So I learned over the years, just be patient. Sometimes as the season goes on, the deer move in, it gets better. So just be patient. I ended up really wanting to stay in that spot, but being I'm older, my knees are starting to show their age. And, I had a hard life, man. A lot of physical labor, a lot of
course,
being down, bending down, being a mechanic, logging, doing firewood, all the heavy shit that I've done over the years is starting to catch up. Saddle's great. I love the saddle setup, but I got to do something more when it's day after day. I ended up buying the XOP Superfly. It's a hybrid stand with a seat, 5.3 pounds, man. And I'm like, this thing is sweet. I'm buying it.
Yep.
So I swapped out the platform. I put the XOP stand in there. And the next day, I've got that buck comes in. He starts hitting the licking branch, knocking his horns all around in there. And the very next picture is the big black scrape. He just kicked it open. And I'm like, you're a real bastard because you took over a week that I took off to come back to that freaking scrape. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll stay on it. I very lightly going in, trying to be as quiet as I can. Don't worry, maybe he's not daylighting yet, but you'll see him on camera. He's going to come back. Nope. I'm like, you're a prick. So I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know, and I did take a little bit of hot to trot the other day, and I just lightly misted it kind of with the air into that scrape. And then I just kind of dropped the trail going from there out to where I would have a shooting lane from where he would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is textbook. If he comes in, his head's going to be down. He's going to walk in, and I'm going to drill him. But he's nowhere. And I'm like, why? This deer is on either he's on a big loop or he's just test scraping to see what plays around with his scrapes. Or it's just his pattern, and he's really, his name is Hit and Miss. That's his new name. That's what I call him. Hit and Miss buck.
Yeah.
So I'm like waiting. I'm waiting. But in the meantime, my buck that I really want, he showed back up in my other spot here. And, tonight, bam, he's here again. And I'm like, dude, you did this last year and you got really predictable. And I saw you. This is bad for you, but I like it. So, and I'm trying to not have that 16-year-old where I'm going to do something dumb to try to get on him right away. I got to sit back and go, okay, the minute I get him daylighting, I know where he's going. I know his travel corridor now. I have him from point A to point B. I've got to slip in there and kill this deer. But I've got to contend with workers going in and out and on machines, kids riding quads around. And I'm hunting that used to be 58 acres, now is about 18. So he doesn't care if he's stupid enough to kind of follow his old path. I'm right there.
Yeah.
So it could be detrimental for him. Let's hope.
Yeah, I hope it is. I hope he
You
get
are
right
all
soon.
you are all invited. There will be enough alcohol and food to help everybody. If I get that, we are celebrating. I don't care if I have to start a live online and start yelling at you all to come up here and celebrate with me.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a hell of a deer. It's going to be a sad occasion because we've got a history, but it's also going to be ceremonial because it came to an end, and that's what I'm looking to do and make
Yep.
this all count. So,
Listen, I know you'll get it done, and
yeah,
I'll be waiting on the phone call, and I'll be one of the first ones up there, bud. You know that.
yeah, I know. And you're always the first call out of my phone when something goes on.
Yep.
Well, I see we're getting to that hour and about 5 minute
sir.
mark.
Yep.
You know, these people here got to go to work tomorrow. I got to go to work
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir.
So do
Me
you.
too. Yep.
But you know, great show, great stories.
Yep.
You know, phenomenal stuff, man. It was great to see you accomplish what you were after, and you got your
Thank you,
bear, and
man.
that's awesome. And you know, the family, you're seeing the little guy like share that moment. That's freaking priceless, bro. I mean,
Yep.
the bear's great, but having your little guy there, and you're like, yep, pretty soon, you know, you'll be with me, you'll be out hunting, and that's the stuff that makes it worthwhile.
Yep.
And
Next year.
share all those moments with him. That's cool. I remember the days of my father going, "Don't walk like that."
Yeah. I'll be doing the same thing. I'll be like, "Can I go hunt with Uncle Squatch, Daddy? I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah,
you."
yeah. You know, he was teaching me how to step down, and he goes, "I don't
Yeah.
understand it." He goes, "Whatever." How I think he's 180 pounds back then. He says, "Son, I'm 180 pounds. You're about 90. How come I can hear you over me?" And I'm like, "I'm trying." You
Yeah.
know, and he's like, walk easy, walk slow. I'm like, okay. You know, I'm like,
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
then you're
Yeah,
sitting
I
there and
know.
he's like, if you see that buck, don't point. Just tell me. Okay.
Yeah.
Dad, there he is. He's like, gee,
Get him.
no, no. You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. But yeah, you'll go through those fun times with Remy.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, yeah, you're going to have a blast. Have a blast.
But
So,
no, I appreciate it, brother. We have fun. Appreciate everybody that hung with us, listen to us tell our stories, and
oh,
be
yeah.
knuckleheads again. And
Yeah.
give everybody a big shout out.
Yeah.
Gerard at Rat Getter again, Mark
Yep.
at Buckshot Taxidermy for helping
Yep.
me out with everything he does, and I appreciate everybody. Thanks everybody for staying with us.
And don't forget, you can find us on the Whitetail Advantage on Sunday nights and Tuesday nights.
Absolutely.
But on the Tuesday nights, we're taking off because it's hunting season.
Yes,
We're
sir.
filling in with our side shows, the Frank and Squatch Show, and you can find Johnny on there too, doing his thing. Shoot, mystery. I think it's Mysteries in the Outdoors or
Yeah, mystery, yeah.
something
There's
like
a
that.
mystery in the woods. I
Sorry,
don't know.
Johnny. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember it, but he'll be on the opposite Tuesdays or whatever when we're there, not there.
Yep.
And thanks again to Brett Boven, helping us
Yep.
out, letting us do the Frank and Squatch Show. We
Mr.
got the
Mike
okay from
Nitre.
Mr. Mike Nitre too, from Boondocks and the Garden State Outdoorsman. Can't forget about those guys. Great group of guys.
Absolutely.
They're killing it this year. You guys got four bears in your group this year? I think.
No, actually, I think I was the only one that got a bear this year. We're 4 years running in the
4 years running.
Boondocks. Yeah,
4 years running. Okay.
Yep.
I
So we got
misunderstood.
bears, but
Got
yep.
bears. So yeah, man, don't forget to check those guys out. Without those guys, we wouldn't be able to do what we do here. They helped us out cutting our teeth out here on these shows and stuff. And we are still with them. We hang out, we jump on their
Absolutely.
shows and do everything too. So don't forget to check them out. And I don't know, buddy, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I think that's it for tonight, bud. Did you got anything else you want to say? You want to say a prayer real quick?
Yeah,
or-
I'll just do like I always do.
And
I'll
it-
pray us out, pray for everybody out there. So, Father God, we just thank you for bringing us all together here tonight, letting us do our thing, letting us love what we love in the outdoors, and even the little things that drive us crazy, Lord. It's all because of you. You make these things happen. Bless all our sponsors, bless all our followers out there. Grant them their peace, grant them their trophy. And as always, like I say at the end of every show, God bless you all. Shoot straight and squatch, and the Frank man is out.
We out. Straight from the shadows, everybody. Later. Good night, guys.
Good night.
You've been listening to the Frank and Squatch Show, presented by Whitetail Advantage. Thanks for joining us around the campfire. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, stay sharp, hunt hard, and keep chasing the wild. You've been listening to the Frank and Squatch Show, presented by Whitetail Advantage. Thanks for joining us around the campfire. Be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, stay sharp, hunt hard, and keep chasing the wild.